Hello, my lovelies. Libra, let's see what's going on for you this week. We have comedy show. Remember, laugh. Laughter is the best medicine. So get the good belly laugh on. Maybe you're going to a comedy show. Maybe you need to just laugh at yourself. I do it all the time. It's not so bad. So what else is going on? How's life treating you? Balancing act. Juggling too much and you need to let something go for balance, right? You're the scales. So you're all about balance. And if something is not in balance, if it's out of whack, that really aggravates you. So it's important that you find some balance. And you must work out. Gym, exercise, and healthy living. Maybe that's something you need to incorporate, right? Whether you go to a gym, work out at home, whatever you happen to do for that. I feel like you definitely need to have some balance in your life. Work-home life balance. Do you have too many things on your to-do list, that's something that maybe you need to let go of, right? And enjoy life again. You are overcoming some obstacles because you're ascending, so that's awesome. We like overcoming those things. So there's some sort of new phase that's unfolding. You might be preparing for union. You're learning new things, you're expanding, and you're growing. Watch out for somebody who might betray you, okay? So there could be some heartbreak, pain, deception, separation, or a shocking attack. Remember, we need balance, and we also need some self-care. So give those things to yourself first that you want and need. Focus on yourself, self-worth, time to heal, shadow work, and self-appreciation for exactly how far you've come. You're healing your heart, okay? So whatever you've been through, I feel like you're working on healing at this time. Healing from heartbreak, freedom from a toxic relationship or an addiction. So we're working on letting go of the obstacles, focusing inward instead of outward, and that's going to help to achieve some balance. What else do we need to see this week? Ooh, karmic relationships. Okay, so that could be something that is creating disharmony in your life that you need to really let go of. Karmic relationships, Orion energy, polarity, soul growth, and conflict. So a karmic partner is in your life to teach you really difficult lessons, but they're also really important lessons. So I feel like if you're dealing with a karmic partnership or relationship, they're anything but fun, okay? They're something that's really usually pretty toxic. You're polar opposites typically, but you're going to learn a lot from this person. Not always in the fun way, but you will learn from this experience. So it's in your life to have your soul grow and expand and to learn some difficult lessons, but overcome the conflict and loosen your grip. Coping mechanisms, density, addiction, let God in. I do feel like some of you are medicating, like self-medicating in a negative way. So check that. Make sure that it's not something that's controlling you. You want to control it, not the other way around. You got to let God in. Source, spirit, the universe, whatever you call it. I do feel like you feel a little bit like you're drowning some days. And so that makes you kind of reach for these tools that aren't so great. Channel that energy into something else. It says, you must work out, gym, exercise, and healthy living. Can you funnel that energy into something that's positive? Maybe you go for a run. Maybe you go for a walk. Maybe you take a swim. Maybe you go play with an animal. Whatever it is that you happen to do that's a healthy alternative, try that instead and see if it doesn't help. And messenger, serious energy, bringing harmony and balance, literally. Harmony and balance. Not that you can see it. I don't know why this camera never wants to focus anymore, but whatever. So I feel like spirit is sending an angel in any form, shape, whatever, to bring in some balance to your life, and I feel like you could use the help. And forge, don't follow. Pave a new path, be the leader that you wish you had. So you're not here to be a follower, you're here to be a leader. So that means that the path that you walk is a little bit harder, right? It's not been paved for you. You're the one who has to pave that road. So it could be a challenge for you to step into that leadership role, but I feel like once you decide that that's where you're supposed to be, all of a sudden things start to align for you. All right, what's going on for Libra this week? Tell me what's happening for Libra. The moon. What was I saying about drowning? She's literally in the ocean sinking, okay? And so the moon happens to reveal illusions. It also has wolves in the background here. We have a light one and a dark one, all about balance, right? The light and the dark aspects of us. So we're really focused on balancing. What's funny is Gemini's reading was all about balance, two totally different cards, but I feel like the air signs are working on balance. You do have a new love offer coming in that takes you by surprise. Pretty pretty unexpectedly. Could be from a fire sign. Somebody's maybe manifesting this connection coming in. And we have Temperance, which is all about balance. Interesting. So I feel like Spirit's trying to align you with the right people, the right situations. Maybe you've been with a karmic partner for a really long time and you're ready to exit that situation for something better. And I feel like Spirit's going to help to align those things for you, but you have to decide that you're ready to leave. All right, what else? Yep. I feel like you're busy working on work, right? Building an empire focused on finances, practical matters. You're looking for someone who's trustworthy and loyal. I was going to call it a totally different word that doesn't exist. Troyal. Anyways, my brain doesn't work today. So I feel like it's important that you stay focused on your goal. What is your goal? Slow and steady wins the race to get there. You'll get there eventually. Don't worry about the time frame. More money's definitely coming in. Equal give and take here. I feel like you have enough coming in to be charitable to others. Also get that maybe you're going to ask somebody out on a date. Maybe it's enough to like do something you've been wanting to do, because we're healing. We're in recovery. We're working on us. I feel like the Five of Pentacles tells us that something is closing out a difficult chapter, especially financially, and we're going towards recovery. But there's some self-imposed restriction. Spirit's about to help you to see a way out. Again, we have some independent energy financially, getting to enjoy the fruits of your labor. I do feel like some of you need to make a choice about a love or partnership, closing something out so a new chapter can begin, as well as overcoming challenges and difficulties, travel, movement, relocation, but your guard's still super high. The question is why? If you still have a really high guard and there's no logical reason for it, then you have to address that at some point. You've got to learn to trust slowly and let your guard down so that you can let the right people and opportunities enter your life. We're going to pull some charms. This is just our general board, so I don't count anything that falls off of the board. What do we have going on for Libra? All right, Libra, what's going on for you? 1, 2 fell off. Okay. So let's see. Ooh, and banish energy. I feel like somebody has a bit of an addiction to sweets. This is a little soda can. So I feel like that might be something that we're gonna get rid of, right? We're gonna start trying to be a little bit healthier in our habits, in our body, exercise, working out, maybe curbing some things that aren't as good for us. Doesn't mean you can't ever have them, but maybe we limit as much as we've been eating or drinking. All right, setbacks. We have, I love Doctor Who. I feel like you could have some setbacks when it comes to health. So I want you to take that seriously. If you need a checkup, go see a doctor. You also have the now. So it might be urgent in this setback. You might view it as a setback if like something comes back abnormal or whatever. It's not. It's just showing you that there's some things that you need to address, and it might be kind of urgent because of the little now sticker. So I feel like you're going to have something in current time that needs addressing. In your money sector, we have the sun. We're in Leo season currently. So I do feel like some improvements, happiness, joy, expansion. Potentially you've been wanting to get married, but maybe you haven't had the finances available. I feel like that's about to change for you as well. All right, we have caution and avoid it. Do you have a sister that you need to avoid? I kind of avoid mine like the plague sometimes. So avoid it. If there's a family member, sister, or otherwise that's no good for you, stay away. Stay clear from them. Ooh, we do have the bunny rabbit. So I feel like there are some pregnancy stuff going on. Maybe you find out a sibling is pregnant. I do feel like you're going to overcome this. I do feel like it's going to change quickly, so avoid what you can. In your spiritual sector, we have the poinsettia. So I feel like Spirit's trying to come in and offer you some assistance for some growth there, some things that are going to change for you to bloom. Practice makes perfect. I do feel like some of you are going towards commitment. Maybe you've already been married before and it didn't work out. That's okay. You have opportunities that are coming in. You do have the Four of Cups out here, which would signal that there there is potential for new romance coming in. So maybe you want to actually solidify things and make it official. In hardships, you have where there's a will, there's a way. So you'll find a way to overcome whatever challenges that you're facing this week. In friends, we have the ship wheel. So I also see this like the Wheel of Fortune. So good luck's coming in your friendship sector. Maybe you're going to meet somebody new that you really hit it off with. I do feel like you're also finding some peace in your relationships, especially in friendships. Maybe some things have been kind of tumultuous, having some turmoil. That's going to change. Some happy times ahead with the sun and angels again. So maybe some of your friends are passed on and they're in the spiritual realm. I also feel like you could have a guardian angel in the form of a friend that's coming in to help you. In between home and shadow work, we have the little starfish. So I do feel like you need to connect with water in some way, shape, or form. Maybe you're going to take a trip to the ocean. Maybe you find a little sea creature, a little starfish. But I feel like the star is always about wishes coming true, or being the center of attention. So maybe your home life is somehow going to change for the better. Maybe you have a wish fulfillment coming in for your home. I feel like the shadow work is going to help you to actually overcome any sort of obstacles that are holding you back, right? Because you have the Nine of Wands talking about your guards really high. So we're going to overcome this period of feeling like we're drowning and trapped, and we're about to turn over a new leaf and go in a totally different direction. For some of you, it takes a turn in love. For others of you, I feel like financially things greatly start to improve this week. So make some healthy choices and take good care of you. Have a great week.